Hello everyone. My name is Ayushi Agarwal. I'm assistant professor from Computer Science and Engineering Department, ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about digital image processing, which includes the fundamental steps that are involved in the digital image processing, introduction to digital image processing, and digital image processing operations. So let us now first understood what is image. An image is any pictorial representation of any data that is either in a words, either in a numerical form, or any form of content which can be represented in a form of a picture or in a graphical representation. That is basically an image. Now, what is the importance of any content in a form of image? So, any content that is present in a form of image is easy to understand and communicate. People can easily understand what that content actually means. So, pictures or images are very important form of data. Now, what is image processing? So, image processing is basically converting any content or information in a form of image and in such form of image which can be easily and effectively read by the audience or the reader. It is here where digital image processing came to light. Digital image processing basically helps in converting with the help of any application of image processing, which takes in the image and converts it into a readable form through any form of audience. So, in easy words, digital image processing is the process of dealing with any image with the help of any digital gadget. Basically, these digital gadgets are actually the mediums by which one can read any form of image accurately and efficiently. For example, in the traditional time or in a previous years, when the cameras are not so efficient and people need to read any kind of data, they used to use the mirrors or microscopic mirrors to read those content, right? And then comes the traditional cameras, which takes in the images in form of negatives, or you can say virtual negatives. And then those virtual negatives are converted into a hard form of the image. So this is how traditionally the image processing started, and which is now being enhanced with the help of various digital gadgets, which includes our current time of smartphones, digital electronic gadgets, for example, our digital cameras, and various other form of digital gadgets. Now, one of the Chinese proverbs says that the picture speaks 1,000 words. Yes, a picture do speaks 1,000 words because any content in a form of image is easy to understand. Any uneducated person can also very easily understand an image rather than the written content. So it rightly points out that the images are very powerful tool in communication. So in the current scenario, images are proved to be a good form of communication. So images are virtually present everywhere, which is either in a form in the magazines, in journals, image galleries, digital libraries, newspaper, advertisement boards, televisions, and all over the internet. These all over all these sources, every content is easily to understand with the help of images. Let us take some example. If if there is any kind of event in any institution, and a report is generated for that institution or for that event of that institution, people are very much interested to see the images rather than and in reading the content that has been explained regarding that event. In any kind of a Facebook post or Instagram post or any kind of blogs or any web pages, people are firstly interested to see the images rather than reading the content. If we see the websites of any school, any educational sector or any educational institutions, when we people used to try to find out whether that institution is good for the education or not, they firstly survey through about that institution through their websites, and over there they become they are impressed, or they see that that particular institution is good or not, not by the content, not by the written content, but they analyze it through the images. So images do provide a good impact about anything in a good manner as well as in a bad manner. That only works how that image is represented. If you represent an image in a good form, that will create a goodwill. If you represent an image in a not in a good form, then obviously it is harmful. So images are very important in a way how you are communicating the information through that image. Now, forensic imaging is also an example where the forensic science works on um, to identify whether the particular person is culprit or not. So here also images are helpful. Again, doctors also diagnose the diseases with the help of the images only. He reads the images, he reads the digital images, and then diagnoses and find out the correct medication for that person. So here also images plays a very important role. Various remote sensing applications. In current scenario, drones are the most powerful remote sensing application that is being used nowadays. So if the image quality that is captured through those drones is not good, then the use of those drones is not fulfilled. So again, images, quality images is important. Satellites also collect the content from the space in a form of images that has been transferred to the centers. So images are very important for the communication purpose because it enhances the level of communication, it enhances the quality of communication. And there are many more examples in the current scenario. Now let us see what is digital image processing operations. To understand this, image processing applications takes an image as an input, produces either an image or description of the object that are present in the image as an output. So here's a block diagram I have shown over here. See that there is an image that is given as an input to some application. Various operations are then being performed on that image, and that particular image is then now converted into a resultant image or understandable form. Now, let us see this block diagram with the help of the traditional form of capturing the images. We use the cameras, that is, we are clicking the images, that is, images being taken as input. Then those images are converted into the negatives or virtual negatives of that images. And then those negatives are then converted into the hard copy or hard form of image. So this particular block diagrams says about how that traditional form of images are being implemented or are being used. So basically, this basic operation of image processing involves a brightness enhancement and contrast manipulation for image processing. Now, let us see one more example. When we go to any shop of a photographer where we want to click a passport size photo, what that person basically does, that person basically clicks your photo and performs some operations on it and then gives you a good quality of passport size photos. So basically, when the person is enhancing the quality of that photo, he is performing some low level operations and some high level operations. So these operations that are being performed on any image are of two types: low level operations and high level operations. So now low level operation involves a pixel operation, neighborhood operation, edge level operation, region level operations, and feature level operations. So all these operations are performed on any image to improve its quality. Now, in the previous slide, I have discussed 2 points. I have discussed two qualities, that is brightness enhancement and one is contrast manipulation. Now, let us first understand these two terms and then we go to all these low level operations. Now, let us take some good examples or real examples. What is brightness or what is brightness manipulation? So, when we used to click some kind of selfie or any photograph, if the background is dark, the quality of that image is considered to be poor. We don't like that particular photograph. So basically what we have done, we have think about the brightness of the image. One more example, when we used to scan any kind of content through any scanner, and then when we create a PDF for that content, the very next step comes to that process of converting that images into the PDF is what kind of brightness you want to keep for the whole PDF content, right? There also comes the brightness, how the brightness of that content is being improved. Now comes to the contrast manipulation. Now, what is the contrast manipulation? When we used to click some kind of selfies by using any app, what that app helps us. That particular app basically works on the contrast of the image. It gives you different color contrast or different feature contrast. So basically, that is the difference between brightness and the contrast. But in very usual language or in a very easy language, we consider that the brightness and contrast are very similar. It is not actually similar. They are different terms. Now, moving on to this low level operations, which involves these five operations, these all five operations togetherly work for these two main basic operations, that is brightness and contrast manipulation. So let's go to the previous example, to the passport size photos. When that person enhances the quality of the photograph, he is basically working on these five steps. That is pixel operation, neighborhood operation, edge level, region level, and feature level operations. Talking about the pixel operation, basically it enhances the pixel quality of the image. Neighborhood, what it does is basically it clears the pixels if any kind of brightness is dull, or if the image is so dark it is not clear. So basically it clears the quality of the adjacent pixels. Next is the edge level. Edge level basically it clears the edges of any picture. Region level, it works on the background of particular object, and feature level, it enhances the features of the object that are present in an image. So this all wholly included in the low level operations. Next comes the higher level operations. The readable image or the quality image that came out to be the output of after performing various operations, and that particular image is easily to understood, is basically the image understanding, and that particular phase is called as high level operation. Moving on to this, relating this whole process with the fundamental steps of image processing. Let me now first state you what are the five fundamental steps of image processing. First is the image acquisition, that is you are capturing the data. Second is image pre-processing, that is you are working on the quality of that particular image or image content. For example, if particular image consists of noise or it is blurred, so image pre-processing phase clears that image and convert it into the readable format. Third step is image segmentation. Fourth is image feature extraction. And fifth is finally image identification or pattern recognition. So these all five phases can be related to the basic model of image processing operations. In the low level operations, we have image acquisition, image pre-processing, and image compression. Image compression is a sub-process in image pre-processing phase where we work on the compression of the image. If the image is so large, we can compress it to the expectable pixel or acceptable size. Then comes the final phase, that is the image identification, that is the part of higher level operations. And the medium to phases, that is image segmentation and image feature extraction, plays as a link between the low level operations and high level operations. Next comes how at the last phase, how the images are recognized. So in the last phase, it is the last phase or fifth phase where various technologies came to light, that is machine learning, deep learning, and AI. So the algorithms that are involved in these three technologies are used where the images that are being collected after the four phases of image processing that are being put it as input to the models of machine learning, deep learning, and AI. And finally, image identification or pattern recognition is performed. So in the high level operation, it is basically the combination of all these technologies that is being performed, or specifically particular technology algorithms are performed to read that image through some kind of digital models or machine models. So this is how the digital image processing operation works. In the upcoming lecture videos, we are going to discuss more about the fundamental steps of images and various types of images that are involved in image processing. So that's all for today. This is all about digital image processing for now. Thank you very much. These are some references that I have used for creating this content. And thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.